Demetrius Stong's here, and we're here at 700 Club Interactive, and this is a web exclusive with Jonathan Nelson.
Hey!
Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Honored to be here.
Thank you, thank you. Well, first, before we start, your CD, Jonathan Nelson, Fearless.
Fearless.
Just came out not too long ago, right?
Yes, yes,
Tell
yes,
me
yes.
the heartbeat behind that.
This CD is about the next part of my faith journey, as well as the next part of anyone's faith journey that has gone on the journey of music with me. You know, literally, we open up the CD by saying, my faith is stronger now. I'm free, no longer bound. I'm fearless, yes, I'm brave. I'll shout out Jesus' praise. I'm ejecting all fear, and I'm injecting all faith, and I'm believing that nothing, absolutely nothing is impossible to them that believe.
Yeah, and you obviously believe. Let's start from the beginning. You're a PK.
I am.
Yes. And you have, well, 2 brothers, is that correct? Or is there a
I
little
have
bit
more than that. Yeah.
Really? Well, there's 2 that I've seen on the
Yes,
scenes, if
yes,
you will.
yes.
They sing, but you're a musical family, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, that is crazy. And, okay, so.
Well, can I say this?
Yeah,
though? Not just a musical family. I think that preachers' kids, the preacher's family, God really blesses us to have, by default, we have talents because maybe maybe there's no organist there. Maybe there's no singer there.
You're gonna be put on
So, exactly. So my dad is like, okay, this is what we're gonna do in this household.
Oh.
We're gonna serve God, you know, and we're gonna serve God. You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna do that. Bam, okay, now we have a choir, we got this, because I got my family. So by default, we became servants in the kingdom, but I do not regret the journey because I am who I am today because my father was a pastor and a preacher.
That's awesome. But you guys, I mean, I know just a little bit of the history. You guys grew up like Ty Tribbett was in the church, you know, as a kid. Like, all you guys were Stephen McCoy, you guys were playing drums. I mean, your brother Jason, like, all of you guys had a hand, and now God is doing some amazing things. With you all.
we grew up as children, and I mean, children in church, you know, it's a community. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. Ty and I were connected, Ty Tribbett and I. My mother catered his parents' wedding.
Oh, really?
And so we knew each other before we were, you know, connected, you know. So literally, before we were born, our parents and our families have been connected. And so we don't look at each other as, hey, that's my gospel artist friend. You know, we really connect as family. Before, we had a great organist back in the day. Every year we would have a concert. Our dear friend, Stephen McCoy, he'd be playing the drums. We would bring Ty down to be our guest musician.
Oh, my goodness.
And we would pay him a whopping $25 or $50. Yes, Ty, I'm telling it, Ty. No, for real.
I love it.
His dad was like, his dad would tell him, well, y'all just give him some gas money. That's about all we could do back in the day, you know what I mean? But it just helped us to develop great camaraderie, great fellowship, great family, great brotherhood. And so we are who we are today because of those experiences back then.
Okay, you said something so key. You said, that's just not my gospel artist friend. And in the gospel community, how do we keep that where people are not trying to get from each other, but trying to bless each other and grow together, you know, in this type of environment?
I think it's give and take. I think there's something that I am supposed to get from you, but it's not necessarily about finances or about getting me to a platform. I believe that, you know, the Bible says iron sharpens iron. And so for me, you know, my father's always taught me love is not what I say, it's what I do.